Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's David Piersaul from Thieves Productions. And today we're going to be watching, from a filmmaker's point of view, Dax Joker official music video. If you want to go ahead and skip to the technical slash kind of breakdown of the video, you can skip. I got time markers in the description you can check out, but we're going to watch it first and then dig into that later. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. But before we get started, we got to set the ambience. If you don't know what that means get your tea ready. Put the headphones on. Ooh, 19% of cyberbullying victims attempt suicide. I wish they would have cited that statistic. This lighting. The lighting actually is incredible.
But I think you know that already. You call me evil, but how would you know it unless you live it already? You think you're better, right? Cause nobody's seen what you've done in the dark. But if I put your life in this light, you would crumble and fight to survive or die. But bitch, I fucking knew that already. I ain't special.
Before we get too far, I want to say my relationship with Dax is like, some of his videos are hit or miss. I think some are really cool and some are not. He does like a selection of like really high production value videos, and then he does a selection of like crazy high production value videos. So far, I mean, some of the stuff that he's did with, I think it's Moses Israel, the director, is like super good. I think he did the Book of Revelations, all that good stuff. That was all really good, and I really appreciate it. But so far, like the lighting in this one is my favorite that I've seen so far. It has that very, I mean, it looks very Hollywood. I mean, it is typical teal and orange, kind of more of a brownish and orange, but it looks great. Let's just see where this goes lyrically, because it seems like he's going to be talking about some cyberbullying, quote unquote, the statistic at the beginning.
But I specialize in making you feel especially stupid for judging a human while you sit at home and the whole world can't watch what you're doing or follow and hate all your movements. I ain't complaining, but I know the people who do it are sicker than me, and I'm sick enough fighting my losers. Yeah, you think you know me because you.
Oh, I like that transition.
I hate the fact that you judge me is driving me crazy. So when it's too deep, I say fuck it and drown in some liquor. I write these verses in blood. I got chapters for dates in my heart is a biblical scripture, and I ain't a prophet, but it's like
Dax is kind of like, he's always doing that thing. Yo, that was hard. I like the bloom of the highlights. Like that's kind of works like a flicker. Hey. Yo, hitting the laptop thing to me is kind of, I mean, I understand it's supposed to be about cyberbullying and stuff like that, but hitting the laptop thing just seems too on par. It's not really symbolism. It's just like exactly what it is, and it's a little corny to me. Yo, but like the cut, the pacing and stuff. So far, I'm liking it all. Like the cut from the transition, not only in the song but also in the video, from the house over to like a warehouse location, I thought was pretty smooth.
What helps you sleep?
I wish Dax was focused a lot more on the choruses.
When you post, thinking you're hurting me, but you see the way the brain works, you become what you speak. I need peace, but y'all can offer that. I held my ground, I didn't sell my soul. I said fuck the fame, y'all can take that offer back. Fuck a shelf, you can't take me off the rack. All the fame is not worth the heart attack. You're insane, you're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying, but my bad. I'm sorry. I forgot you were fragile.
I like that transition of the music though. The piano.
I forgot that I've always spread positivity, but you think I didn't. I forgot that hatred stems from people who hate their own existence. I forgot
the acting is. I like the shot though.
I forgot I spend every waking second on my phone. Come join my circus. I'm recruiting. I'm taking everyone who passes judgment, bitch. That's including everyone who thinks it's so amusing. Put me down.
Heck no, this man hit a cartwheel.
Come join my circus. You fucking pricks. I'll fuck you till you love me, then pay you to do some tricks. Tell me the doctor I need a bag of nails and bricks to lay down on the floor, so if you fail to land a flip, you can feel what I felt when you tried to come.
Yo, this is some really good handheld footage though. So I'm gonna say like, what Dax, he's very like, he's known now as kind of this like cornball, and I like it. I like his music. I mean, replayability. You know, the hooks. He lacks hooks. He lacks music that you're not gonna bump any of his musics in the club. You're not gonna bump it nowhere where you're hanging out and partying with friends. You listen to it to just like listen to the shock value. But that once that dissipates, once it's been depleted of that shock value, it becomes like you don't really listen to it anymore. I mean, who listens to Hopsin's old albums? You know what I mean? They had that shock value at first, but no one really listens and goes, "Hey, this is a classic. This is a banger." No one really does that, and I just feel like this style of rap has a very, very limited lifeline. You got to learn how to transit. You just have to learn how to transition, or just combine your art styles, the rap style with what's going to last the test of time. That's why Eminem is so successful, right? Because he raps like this. He's the pioneer of that, if not the creator of that style, and he knows how to make just dope songs. Everyone knows how to sing, you know, "I'm sorry, mama," you know what I mean, like stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing so far. It's just a very beginning to end instead of like verse 1, verse 2, verse 3, and some dope hooks. But let's finish it out.
My shit, let me explain. You all help me financially gain. I spend my money on mental health books and read them just to control all my pain. I don't wear clothes, but bought this chain, and just like you, this chain is fake. I wear it to distract you from the blatant sadness written on my fucking face.
That's sad, man.
Did you think I was immune to what you were saying and didn't see all of the disrespect? Do you think I'm not human? Have no feelings?
I like the
think I'm fucking weak and now I'm
the like
bleeding?
fingerprints in front of the lens.
Just too good and that I'm fucking cheating. Or maybe, just maybe, you're blind and the hate inside your heart clouds your eyes and your mind and your ears when I rhyme, even though we all know I'm one of the best of all time. Or maybe you're just a fucking bitch and I can't. Stop comparing me to people who are not in my league. Stop saying I don't believe in God just because you can't read. Stop making fake profiles so you can spam my feed. I'm not alone. I know there's millions out there just
Bro, why is he like
me.
calling out like keyboard warriors, bro? You're an artist. You're so big. You gotta ignore that. This is cool. I do commend him for his dedication on the acting. Jeez. That was cool. That caught me off guard a little bit. I thought he was really gonna do it, or like they were gonna do some effects to make it look like he was really doing it, which would have been wild. I respect that. So, like I said, as far as song goes, the song is, I mean, it's dope. He's obviously spitting good lyrics. He has a good positive message, but it's too on par with I think, an art, like the opposite of what an artist at his caliber should be doing. He's very like against the people who criticize him. He's very like mad at the people, like his audience, which is, I mean, I feel like that's so amateur or so unprofessional or kind of childish for an artist at his caliber. Like, bro, think how many times that people think Drake is a, you know, culture vulture and all this crazy stuff. This man responding to that is as blatantly like black and white as you do or Dax does. Like, it would just come off as very childish and corny. Come on, at a certain level you have to be like, okay, yeah, whatever. I mean, even me, like, I get crazy comments and I'm not huge at all, but I'm like, whatever, like, you know what I mean? You have to take that criticism and flip it and figure out how to, you know, either, unless it's absurd, take that and be like, okay, I'm not gonna listen to it, or take it and be like, okay, maybe this is something I can improve on to, you know, garner that side of the people who believe in that and or garner that fan base. So yeah, I just think that the song was dope. The lyrics, the lyrics when like what they were trying to help was cool, but the personal affliction of him is like kind of, I mean, I'm sorry that he feels that way. I hope he gets better, but you just got to surround yourself with people who are going to build you up and not worry about the fans and like the people who are arguing you down. That's just a large majority of people. You can't control it. That's just my personal opinion, but yeah, we're gonna dig into the technical review. Let's do it. Yo, so right off the rip, it looks like, I mean, we got what looks to be an RGB quasar in the bathroom back there. What I like about this image is the pattern or the layers of shadow versus light. So you got the quasar in the back, or a stereotube. Those, you know, I call them the lightsaber lights up here in the top. that is creating that very nice Joker color tone effect that they had in the bathroom in that movie. And then you got like, then immediately this wall is pretty dark, has a little bit of light hitting it on the bottom, but that's just because it's white on the bottom. But that top half is dark, right? Then that's layer 2. Then we get to layer 3, which we got a plane of light. We got the light that's being motivated from the lamp, and the light that's being motivated from the lantern up here in the top left that's hitting his face, and a little bit from the TV, and then another lantern up top right. That's that third layer, which is, so far we got bright, dark, bright. Then we hit another dark plane over here, and over here it's kind of dark, and then we got some more light that's being motivated from whatever's coming from this, probably like a kitchen or something coming from this door, hitting that. It kind of has like a magenta reddish vibe to it, which I really like. But I just really like how well like masterfully lit this scene is, especially with the colors and the layers. The layers being the dark and light, then you got the colors being like the red, the blue, or kind of like a tealish, and then you got like a slight like off, it's kind of a soft white with kind of an orange in there, which are all complementing colors and very, very well complement the movie that was already made to look like this. But let's continue. Also, this zoom is, I mean, the dolly is not so perfect. It kind of has like a wobbling to it, which is kind of, sometimes imperfections is what makes it look good. Let's continue. Get past this. Yeah, let's check this out. I like the flash transition. It's really cool, easy effect to do. Yo, what I like about this is, I doubt that piano was actually there at first. It's a good set design. I mean, I wish maybe there was more on this side of the frame, but it's a warehouse, so it's supposed to look like that. But you can tell that they're actually using some sort of natural light. They could actually have some diffusion on these windows. Not sure, but they're using some sort of natural light no matter what. Because unless they have an M1, like an M18 through these windows shooting through, which is like pretty much the industry standard of like creating daylight when it's not. So yeah, that could be, but it depends on the shot of, I mean, what time of day they were shooting, which we don't know. It looks like they have maybe a top light too hitting his face, or just a big light coming from the side, or natural light from another window. Yeah, that natural light that was at that window. Yeah, let's see the shot right here. This is crazy. He's just doing a handstand and he flips. I wonder if they just had it on like a gimbal that was like dialing back and it spun as it came back. That's the easiest way I can imagine, because the camera also comes up as well. They could have had it on a gyro crane that has a gimbal on it, or they could have someone could have done that with a Ronin, with a two operational Ronin, a 2-op Ronin, or you could do it with one person if you have a controller, but they probably had 2 ops, meaning someone was holding it and getting the movement and the other person was rotating the camera. Let's see. It's hard to hit that. One thing I've noticed with doing those types of shots, it's really hard to, once it hits vertical, it's hard to capture your frame before you get back to horizontal. But they did really well on that. Yo, so I do wonder if this was in camera or if they added this effect in post. Let's see. Ah, dang. Okay, so they could, these lights are probably already on dimmers anyways, because these lamps are actually a lot brighter than they seem, especially when you put a camera on it. So they probably put on a dimmer, but I wonder if they actually just had someone just dimming it up and down like really quick. But it's fairly easy to like do that in post as well. You can kind of target that area via like Power Window and DaVinci Resolve or something like that, and like add like a quick flash to it. But I would assume it may be easier just to do it in camera. So let's see if it does it to that top one as well. That lantern type. It does. So they probably did it in post, because I don't see any electrical outlet that's accessible unless they really dug into it. Yeah, that's post. So like brighten the highlights. There might be an actual flicker in this one though. It's hard to tell. It's really well made. What I like about this is that it looks like they're shooting through already like a mirror or glass already, because you can see like the smudges and like the dirtiness of that already, which I think it adds another layer of like authenticity to the frame. I really like that. we obviously got the practicals from the mirrors that are blooming. I'm assuming they're shooting on some type of, you know, black satin or pearlescent pro mist or something like that. But I wonder if they did this in post. It's easy to do. You just put a plane of glass in front of the lens, and then, you know, dirty it up if that's what they're really doing. But you could also do it fairly easy in post by just getting some type of overlays and stuff like that. Yo, this actually is this a
fragile. I forgot someone who doesn't even know me told you I'm an asshole. I forgot that I'm the villain.
This looks like a almost, it's like maybe like an 18mm lens.
I forgot that hatred stems from I'm recruiting. I'm taking everyone who passes bricks. I'll fuck you till you love me then.
Oh, hold on. Did they
I'll fuck you till you love me.
They did something weird with the window right there. It was crazy.
You fucking bricks. I'll fuck you till you love me.
Oh, okay. They just like layered on some other layers of the same video, and then just like flickered it with the RG, like the channel flicker with the red, green, and blue channels, and just like made it look like he was almost ghosting.
Do some tricks. I'm the doctor. I need a bag of nails and bricks to lay down on the floor. So if you fail to land a flip, you
what the heck is he about to do? I never even noticed that he laid on those. That's cool. I don't know how I missed that. This is the least flattering image to me right now. It looks, I hate hallways like that.
On my fucking face. What'd you expect? Did you think I wasn't immune to what you were saying and didn't see all of the disrespect?
Let's see, let's keep going. Yeah, this wide angle gives us a lot. So yeah, it's just natural light. I'm thinking it's just natural light coming through those windows, which is sick. I like it.
Inside your heart clouds your eyes. There's millions out there just like me.
Yeah, all right. Yo, so overall, I think this video was super well done. I think that they added some effects that complemented the already existing concept with the flickering and the ghosting, and then like the flickering of like the practicals in the scene, the lights. I thought that was very, very interesting and intriguing the entire time. And in that sense, I appreciate it. The song it's typical Dax. It has like a very shock factor value to the music. But what I do think that Dax lacks in his music is just like an interesting hook, or just like the concept has to be like, it doesn't have replayability. And if you would understand, like after a few years, you're not gonna reference this song. You're just not gonna want to listen to it. You know, if I can go to any Drake album and go, yeah, this is a banger. You can go to lots of Kendrick albums and go, man, this is really, really, really fun to listen to. I enjoy the music, it's hot. Like I can play it and actually dance to it. But this one, you're not gonna go back and go. And yes, some people would associate that with like mainstream, and it's not. Like you can make hot music and not have to like be so, like it's always like Dax is always this is what's going on, bam, I'm using this to express me. But like I feel like it's so limited. You have such a small time to like execute on that before people just like, okay, the next guy's coming to do that. So that's how I think about it. The song was overall, I mean, obviously he has good flow, he has good, you know, rhyme schemes and stuff like that. But other than that, like it's not really I'm just kind of tired of hearing it. We hear it from 10 other rappers who sound exactly the same. So that's just my opinion. Anyways, yo, let me know what your thoughts are of the video. And also, let me know what you want me to react to next. You can leave a comment or join the Discord. The link is in the description below. Join the Discord and we'll chat about this video in the wrap section. But hey, I'm gonna end it here. As always, thanks for watching, guys. And until next time, peace.
Sheesh. Champagne bottle by the key. When I pull out, you hear a screech. Heard that you thought you had me beat. Bitch, I got tricks on my sleeve. Yeah, watch how I maneuver through the streets. Ayy, had to keep my friends and enemies on a leash. Ayy, old friends switched up, now they